Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Wednesday morning, afternoon or evening across the world you may be at. I hope it is treating you well. And today I'm doing a video about the local coach company in my area called Galloway Coaches. They do day trips and I've been travelling with them now for just over a year. And yeah, I want to talk about how they support me and my autism every time that I travel with them. And I want to talk about a recent experience that I had on Monday where I went to Buckingham Palace with them, and I'm off to Sandringham tomorrow with them again. So I want to talk about Monday's experience that I had. So yeah, as a autistic neurodivergent woman, I thought this conversation was important to record because my experience and my afterthoughts about it, I didn't actually record the conversation, but record my own thoughts about it. So on Monday we went to Buckingham Palace. Fantastic trip, fantastic day out, loved it. That's the first part of the day. It was very historic and loved seeing all the different photos and the different staterooms and things like that. And then the second half of the trip we went to Covent Garden, and the driver who we had was called David. Absolute credit to Galloway, can't fault him. Absolute brilliant guy. Explained everything from the beginning of the trip right till the end of the trip. Explained where we were going, what stops we're having, and we got to Covent Garden at about just for 4 o'clock, I think it was, or just after 4 o'clock. And he said, right, okay, I'm going to give you 2 hours to have a walkabout, grab some food, and then everyone needs to be back on the coach for 6 o'clock. And he said, but if you want to come back early, that's fine. I'll be here on the coach. So he gave us the option of coming back early from Covent Garden if we so wished or desired to do so. And as I did come back early from Covent Garden after walking around for probably about an hour and a bit, I came back to the coach and he was just sitting there playing on his phone. Didn't think nothing of it. And then I was sitting there just sort of thinking about things, and then we started talking about like my experiences of travelling as a autistic neurodivergent woman. And then we got talking about like how he said that he's had many people like me travel with Galloway over the time, and he also told me that he'd been working for Galloway for 37 years. What a credit to your company, Galloway. David was absolutely excellent to me on Monday. He really reassured me. He really listened to me when we were talking on the coach after I got back on from being at the Covent Garden second part of the trip, and he really talked to me. We talked about, our shared interest of pets, and the fact that he told me about his dogs, and I could tell him about my dogs that I've had over the years. And it was really nice to have a really human to human chat and relate to him about some things. And he told me about working for Galloway for 37 years. What an achievement. Like, not a lot of employees stick out one job for that long. Like, he's a total credit to your company. Very professional, very friendly, very approachable. Listened to me, made me feel very valued, made me feel very important, and I just thoroughly enjoyed speaking with him. He really took the time to talk to me and understand that I obviously have my issues with being slightly anxious and stuff, and he really reassured me that I was okay, and listened to me, and we just had a really deep chat, and I really liked it. He actually made me feel really respected and valued, and took the time out when I was the first one to come out early from the Covent Garden section of the trip. And then another couple of ladies came back early, and then he popped quickly to the shop to get something to eat and left us sitting in the coach. He was gone like probably about 2 minutes, if that. But yeah, David is a total credit to your company. He was really reassuring, really made me feel listened to and valued, and yeah, he's just a really, really nice guy, and highly recommend him to your company. He was just a total credit. Absolute wonderful conversation I had with him. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I look forward to talking to him much more as well. And over the years I've also had drivers Aaron, Wes and Richie as well. I want to talk about Aaron and Wes in particular because Aaron and Wes are a total credit to your company as well, because when I first started travelling with you last November, I was extremely anxious. I had only just phoned up the office like literally about a month before booking my Coronation Street trip with you, that I was really anxious. I explained about my autism. I was made to feel very listened to, respected, understood and valued as a neurodivergent woman. And then I did a piece for your website, which obviously went up on your website, and hopefully it's helped somebody and helped many of your staff to understand what autism and neurodivergence can look like in somebody, especially a female perspective. And Wes and Aaron have been absolutely brilliant with me. They have really reassured me, respected me, understood my autism, and again, Wes, in particular, he's gone above and beyond his job title. When my dad recently left his phone on the coach, he came back and gave his phone to him back to mine at the end of the night when he technically shouldn't have, but he went out of his way and brought back my dad's phone because my dad needed it for work, and he really was respectful and, you know, took time out of his time to acknowledge that my dad had lost his phone and stuff like that. And also, I've just really enjoyed talking to Wes over the time that he's been my driver on some trips that I've had with him. He's really, you know, listened to me, said hello and how are you, and really got to know him. Aaron as well, again, makes some banter, some jokes, has also had a couple of in-depth chats with me before as well. And also I need to give your driver Richie some credit as well, and Chris as well. Richie has been my driver a couple of 3 times now, and Richie recently, I had on my last couple of trips a couple months ago with him as my driver. He actually helped me move from the back of the coach to the front of the coach because I couldn't cope with the smell at the back of the coach, and I felt like I was being too suffocated, so he moved me to the seat that was spare at the front of the coach. I really did appreciate that, because again, he took into account that I was struggling, and he's like, oh, Miss Grace, you might want to move to the front, there's a spare seat. And I was like, excellent, okay. So I took the opportunity and moved to the front of the coach to have less sensory overwhelm and less anxiety overwhelm. Chris, again, I do have to give special credit to as well, because I've had him a couple of 3 times for coach trips as well, and he has credited me, and really I got to talk to him about his own neurodivergence as well when we were at the Chroma sharing a mystery day. And again, he opened up to me, shared his own diagnosis. He didn't have to. I was just talking to him about my diagnosis, that I was, you know, my first time travelling with you guys, and he was like saying how proud he was of me and encouraging me, and, you know, he made me feel very special. And then he opened up about his own diagnosis, which I thought was really brave, considering that he didn't know me, and that was the first time I'd got to talk to him, and he was like, you know, I'm the same as you, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, it was just a really professional chat, and I feel that your drivers are a total credit to the company in general. And I think for someone who's autistic or neurodivergent or even disabled should be able to travel with you as well. The fact that I've gained so much independence since travelling with your company as well, I've been able to get off the coach, have a walk around the area where I've been, mostly London and Leeds Castle and other places. I'm off, like I said, I'm off to Sandringham Estate tomorrow, and I just really enjoy the independence it's given me, the confidence it's given me, the strength it's given me to be able to talk to the drivers, as well as making friends with other people on the coach rides as well. From the last trip I went on, the Leeds Castle trip, I made friends with a couple of local nurses who let me hang around with them during the day, and again, I opened up to them, we made friends and had some small talk, which was really, really nice. And, you know, it's just really important to give credit to where credit is due, to the drivers and to the company as a whole. Galloway are a fantastic company to travel with. They've been nothing but straightforward with me. They've been easy to talk to. They've been easy to book with. And it's really important that I have that, to have that option, because sometimes I don't want to talk to people on the phone, sometimes I want to book online, but sometimes I want that option of booking on the phone. So again, I have that option of booking on the phone or booking online, and each time I've done it has been really easy, straightforward, and then they've sent me the email confirmation straight to my email. So again, I know I have that booking ticket there, I have that confirmation that I've booked it and paid for it, and, you know, that really helps me to feel less anxious and less overwhelmed and less alone about it. But yeah, that you guys have really seemed to understand my autism and where I've come from, my background, and the fact that you support my YouTube channel as well, that I've done videos promoting Galloway and my trips out that I've had with you so far in the last year since I reached out and, you know, booked my trips and such. But yeah, travelling has truly opened my eyes to my capabilities, my strengths, my confidence, and how I see things around me, and I really can't wait to travel Galloway more. I'm really looking forward to potentially booking a holiday with you next year to get out of my area even more, to test my limits. And yeah, it's just a great company, the staff are fantastic, and I look forward to many more trips in the future. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. I'd really, really appreciate it. I'm only 115 away from 6,000. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.